Sorry.
What were you watching just then, by the way? The start?
No, I was wondering how Lando got into P3, so I was just looking.
I mean, we could discuss that, but you probably don't want to get involved in that.
I don't really care at all, to be honest.
Well, I'm not surprised because that was sensational. Well done.
Thank you.
You must be really pleased.
Yeah, I'm really pleased. As I said, this weekend, this track has been. Sorry, got my own hair in my mouth. This track has not been my best friend over the years, maybe through my own doing, and it's been a tense weekend for me. And Friday was not a good day. Wasn't feeling good. But come Q3, felt really on it, and the race really under control. Such a long race, God. It's just like, it's crazy this race is like half an hour longer than some others, but I was pretty glad to see the check flag.
Any moments where you were getting the flashbacks and the keep it on the grey stuff?
I got to be honest, the last 10 laps, so I thought, that wall, I'm going to give a little bit more margin. But I stayed on it, to be honest. I realised as soon as you back off a bit, tyre temps maybe drop, and you're not as focused. So I just sort of stayed on it. It was really challenging with the blue flag cars as well, but I'm happy.
So the constructors now, massively important for teams. For you to take second in the constructors as a team, what would that mean? Because obviously drivers is a long stretch.
No, I mean that's the goal for us at the moment. The team are working so hard. We know McLaren have a dominant team, but we've on average had the second best car, sort of along with Max, and we need to try and seal that P2. So pleased. Kimi, was he fifth?
Kimi, yes.
Yeah, fifth.
Yeah.
So pleased, he got some good points as well, and it's just what we needed.
Are you quicker than the Red Bull, do you think, going forward?
I think it's very tight, to be honest. I think this was a bit of a unique race weekend. They've obviously been the dominant one recently. But I think McLaren, again, were probably the quickest car. Like, for Lando to stay that close for that long shows quite a lot.
Opening lap. Did you hit Max at all? He said he didn't feel it,
so.
But it looked like you might have caught the back of his car.
I think I did, because I think when you do that, then it makes the rear come out, and it pushes the front down, and you snap a little bit, which I think is why I had that small correction. So I don't know how I got the damage. I don't know if the damage was from Max or not. I need to look at the video, but it just checked up a lot, and especially because it was still quite slippery. There was a lot of wet bits. I think I've just hit him, and I've had a small correction, and tricky. Like, I definitely didn't want to do that, and that little bit of damage would have cost me a little bit of lap time, but nothing that would have changed my race.
And the move into Oscar, I mean, he said on the radio barging, we know it's hard in the car, your adrenaline's running, everything. Oscar himself said he wants to go back and look at it, but do you feel it was hard and clean? Zach said you guys raced hard and clean.
I really need to go and look at it first. Look, the last thing I want to do is make contact. I can just easily put myself out of the race, which is the last thing I can allow to happen. But there was a big gap on the inside, and I just put myself there. It's just the fact I've clipped Max, which has allowed me to have that little correction. So I think without that, nothing would have happened, and I just would have passed easily. So yeah, it's more the fact I've hit Max rather than the fact I made a bit of contact with Oscar, but I'll go review it.
Max, that pace from the Mercedes looked quite strong today. Had you got pole yesterday, do you think you'd have been able to hold them off in that race today? What you saw?
Well, I mean, that's always easy to say that outright, yeah.
In hindsight, yes.
If you would have done a faster lap time, then you would have had pole. Yeah.
But catching him, sitting behind him, what was your feeling today?
Well, I think the problem that we had was that in general, today, nothing really went smooth because I had a lot of issues with the shifts. So downshifting, upshifting, it was just really unpredictable. It made it really difficult to go into the corners. Then the balance of the car was also worse than I expected it to be. So also there I had to manage. And it basically was very difficult to just be consistent. I think the pace today, what was I think the strongest was again McLaren. Because on the hard tire, the gap pretty much stayed the same. With Mercedes, just the first stint, I was on the soft, everyone else on the medium, so I just had to manage my pace throughout the whole stint. But yeah, that's the problem when you start on the inside. There's no grip there. We measured quite a big difference left to right, so I had to start on the soft to at least not lose a position. But that also compromises your first stint, possibly a little bit also the second actually. But that's how it is. I mean, yesterday I really tried to do everything I could. I felt good in the car. The laps were good, but Mercedes and George were flying as well, and they did a very good job all weekend.
We've heard the upshift or the shift issues before from you on the radio. Do the team know what's causing it? Is it anything that could be fixed this season, or is it inherent in this car?
I have it quite often, but this one was very bad today. I have no idea what happened there.
Going forward, the battle for second in the constructors at least is still on. I know you want to get into this driver's title and are mathematically still in it. Do you feel like you're still in the driver's title battle, or from what you've seen today?
For that, you need to win. You need to dominate. We're not doing that, or at least we were not doing that this weekend. So we're not catching up enough. For that, you had to win today, and we didn't. That's how it is. I mean, we already lost way too many points in the beginning of the season. That's quite clear. But we just tried to see it race by race. We tried to do the best we can. This track is still not our favorite, I think, also for the car. But nevertheless, second, I think, is still a great result.
Can I just get a very brief word finally on the contact with Lando at the start and what happened at the start, from your opinion?
I have no idea. Did we touch?
I think so. I think he might have tapped into the back of you that then caused him to go across to Oscar. That's what I was trying to work out. So I didn't know if you were aware of it.
I have no idea.
I
didn't feel anything.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, though. Well done to hearing you rattled. So just tell us what's going through your mind right now. We heard the radio messages. You said Lando barged you and you weren't happy.
Yeah, obviously a difficult race. Difficult first lap, but I've not seen the replay. Obviously, I just know from in car, so I'll go and have a look. But it's obviously a great night for the whole team. Obviously not the race I was looking for, but for the whole team. Tonight is a culmination of a lot of hard work over not just this year but lots of years. So it's a really proud moment for me to be a part of that, and a proud moment for the whole team.
Zach's just said to us, or said on the feed, that our drivers race hard and they race clean. Do you believe that?
Yes, I think we do. I don't think obviously there was any intention of contact, but there was, and again I need to look at the replay and see what exactly happened.
Do you feel like there are new rules going forward? Do you feel like this is set precedent for the rest of the season between you two?
I don't know. I've not seen the incident from the TV camera, so I need to look at that first before I say any comments.
In the championship, obviously, last question. In the championship, obviously, now going forward, this battle is getting closer. These 2 weekends have been tough for you. How do you reset? We know we've always said you're very cool, you're very calm, you're very strong mentally. How do you reset to turn things around next time?
I think just take the learnings from this weekend and see what can be improved. I think the weekend as a whole was genuinely very good. Practice went well, qualifying went well. The race maybe a little bit slow to get going, but I feel like the pace for the rest of the race was pretty good. Just obviously around here it's pretty much impossible to overtake. So that was all.
Kimi Antonelli at the start. Was there any damage from that? What was your take on it?
I didn't even know we touched.
Oh well, I've got it written here. I mean, I could be wrong. To be fair, there was a lot of contact at the start.
It was very close. Maybe we touched a little bit. I didn't feel it. I knew it was extremely close, and. But yeah, it was a good move, and I was happy to take P5. I know it was going to be crucial for the rest of the race, but I was expecting more pace for the rest of the race, which was not the case. So unfortunately, we are now the fourth team, and solidly the fourth team. Quite far behind the top three. Mercedes managed to do the step that Red Bull did 5 races ago in Monza, I think, or 4 races ago, whatever. Too many races now, but and now they managed to do that step. We didn't manage to do that, so it's going to be a long end of the season.
Yeah, I was going to ask if that's the case. Then, can I ask you about the brake issue? We know Lewis had an issue. Were you struggling with the brakes at the end as well?
Oh, not to the end. It's been like that from lap 7 or lap 8 of the race. So I had to manage a lot, and for sure there's some lap time in it. However, I don't want to blame it all in that, because it's a track where everybody has to manage the brake to some extent. I think Lewis and I probably a lot more than the others, and we paid the price of it. And I think also the fact that maybe Lewis, obviously having more grip with the new tires, was pushing more on the brakes, as it's always the case, and that puts him in a very difficult situation, because when you have the grip and you see the P5, you try everything to get there, but the brake couldn't handle that. And also on my side, it's been tough.
Just to clarify, they were overheating. I know early on they said to you on the radio they were too hot, braking energy.
I need to speak with the team, but yeah, I mean, surely they were too hot with this condition.
If I can start with the contact with Charles at the start, was there much in that? Was there any damage as a result of that? Or
No. Was was very close, but was clean, and no, didn't have any problem on the car. It was all good. The left hand side was quite poor. The grip was a bit lower than the right hand side, so just struggled the second phase. Got some wheel speed, and just lost the position on Norris. Then I still tried to hold on, but then I found myself very squeezed on the inside, and then Leclerc had a much better run on the outside and was able to pass me.
You had quite a lot of battles on track today, but one thing that our team picked up, and I'm not sure if it's an issue or not, were you having trouble with the steering on the straights? Was it hanging down to the right slightly, your steering?
I didn't realize, to be honest.
Well, no, it might be the camera angle.
Yeah.
So people were picking up on it and seeing that it looked as though when you were holding the steering wheel, it was slightly down on the right, but it could be the camera angle. We just were wondering if there was anything on.
Like, it can happen that sometimes it goes a little bit out of alignment, but it was fine. I didn't have any issues, to be honest.
But you enjoyed the race today, and you're happy with the performance ending up in P5?
I think it's a bit disappointing because I think the issue was from yesterday, Q3. I do a clean lap and I can start front row, and then it's a different race. The pace today was very strong. In those few laps that I did in clean air, we were really quick, especially on the hard. I felt really good. So it was it was a shame because the potential is much higher, and it just need to maximize more every session. And apart from that, George did a great job this weekend because we had a really strong car, and he was able to maximize the performance and bring home a win. And but as well, still good point for the constructor. As well, congratulations to McLaren for winning the constructor, and congratulations to our department, HPP at Brixworth, because they did an incredible job, and really looking forward to the next few races.
That's a wrap.